Hi, I'm Mike Roth with the Roth Team at Shorewest Realtors. Thanks for watching our real estate video blog today. We're here again with Troy Peterson at Midwest Insurance Group. Troy is joining us today because we had some clients who had questions on how do you figure out, Troy, what the cost of homeowners insurance is. There's several factors involved in that, you were telling me.
There are, and I'll give you a little background. Wisconsin, I've seen some recent studies that says here in Wisconsin, our auto and homeowners insurance rates are still among the 5 lowest in the entire country. So we're seeing some increases, especially on the homeowners or property end of things, but we're still trending to be among the lowest in the country. So I'd say that's a good thing. We're here in the Midwest. We're insulated a little bit from some of the coastal exposures, earthquakes, hurricanes. We don't get those here, so it's still keeping premiums down, but I will say that the last couple of years, 2010, 2011, haven't been real kind with some of the weather patterns. Some of you may have been affected by some of the hailstorms we've had come through.
Sure.
There's been a number of high-end windstorms, some tornadoes. So the past few years have been a little rough on Wisconsin claims-wise. We're seeing some impact on premiums, but hopefully we're still going to stay among the lower end in the country, and that should keep things good. There's a few factors that I think you can have some influence on when it comes to costs. So the first one I'd say is claims. Should make sense, but almost all companies out there have some sort of surcharge when you do have claims. Things like acts of God or Mother Nature are going to impact your policy a little bit less than things that you can control. For example, if you have leave an electric blanket plugged in and it causes fire in the house, that's going to have a bigger impact on your policy. Obviously, you want to keep claims down.
Or a fire on your deck grilling out, not a good idea.
That was my other example. Or putting away charcoal in the garbage can before it's cooled off. That's not going to be good, and it's going to have a direct impact on your policy. Insurance score. This is something that a lot of companies have been doing for years, but now, from what I understand, almost every company out there is doing that. That's where they take your credit in addition to your claims history, maybe where the house is located, home value, and use that to figure out what the premium you're going to pay is. And every company uses a different model. The models range widely, but the bottom line is the same things that you're going to do to try to improve your credit to help your mortgage lending rate, you're also going to want to do for your homeowner's insurance, and you should see a direct impact. So in other words, pay your bills, try to avoid being late, especially with the important ones like mortgage, and hopefully your homeowner's insurance rate should follow suit and keep in line and put you on the better end of that spectrum. Location, where your house is in proximity to the fire department. This is another thing. I'll give you an example. If you're in downtown Waukesha, your premium is likely to be lower than if you're a home that's maybe a little further out, a little more rural, that's maybe 7 miles from the fire station. That's going to have a pretty big impact, as much as maybe 50 to 60% of premium, just based on where the house is located compared to the fire department. Last factor is deductible. I'd say nowadays, hopefully you're in a position where you can look at $1,000 or even higher deductible. Maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, $250, then $500 was the high deductible. Nowadays, we're seeing people looking at $1,000 and above for 2 reasons. Number one is it's going to help you avoid the smaller claims. They're going to lead to higher rates down the road. So if you have a higher deductible, it kind of takes those out of the equation. Also, you're going to get a premium break. That's going to vary by company, depending on how much your overall rate is, how high the deductible you go is, but we see people that go as high as $5,000 even on their homeowners, but that's going to vary. But $1,000 is a lot more common now. I'd say that's probably the most common deductible we're seeing, and then you can go $1,500, $2,500, $5,000, but that's going to depend on your tolerance for taking on that big a deductible and how much your premium you're paying.
Makes sense. Yeah, so if you have any questions on homeowners insurance, or they want to get a quote from you, Troy, and their homeowners insurance, what's the best number to reach at?
Best number to call me is at the office, and that's going to be area code 262-646-5777.
Well, thanks again, Troy, and thanks for watching our real estate video blog. If you have any questions on the real estate market, feel free to give us a call here at the Roth Team. Thanks, and have a great day.